Turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Aw, come on. Aw.
Complexity. Turn to ban.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the broadcast here. The Star Ladder I-League Star Series American qualifying action coming at you. Digital Chaos versus Complexity Gaming here in this two-game series. And right now, DC, of course, up 1-0 in this series. Although, again, I gotta say, I mean, Complexity definitely had hope there. They really had hope there in that first game. I was looking at that points that they couldn't start pulling through, but that bottom push, man, Moo went a little too deep on Timbersaw, and before you know it, things aren't going too well. Then DC kind of just turned it on from there. So I'm joined by Trouf, by the way. Trouf, is there really much else to it about that game, if you think?
I just think some really good setups for Moo. You can hear me, by the way, right?
I can hear you, and it looks like the stream should be able to. Okay, this should be good.
Okay. Yeah. Skype sucks. I'm just gonna say that much. Yeah, no, I think Moon just had some not only fast reaction, good item build, good setup. It was a little interesting to see the Helmet Dominator first, but really the bread and butter of the hero was Blink RP, right? I mean, and that's what really happened. You use the Lothars to help set up and maneuver yourself around so that they can't see you and they can't see it coming. That's why I thought the last fight in particular was a little peculiar, because, I mean, they knew he was there because he was sitting there attacking a Morphling Replicant good, I want to say 2 seconds. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit longer, I don't remember. But they knew he was there, and they just let it happen. It's also, in general, that area, those little closed quarters, like around there, maybe around the other one, around Dyer's Sanctuary / Shrine, whatever you want to call it, or around Roshan, whatever it may be, whenever there's close quarters, heroes like Darkseer and Magnus, that have those kind of AoE ults things that suck you up, that's where they really thrive, and they just probably shouldn't have taken a fight there to begin with. They were worried about Roshan being killed, they were worried about their Shrine being killed, which would mean that they'd have more typical access to Roshan. So I understand the urgency of protecting that Shrine. It's just a very fortunate spot to be fighting DC around that Magnus.
Yeah. So Digital Chaos ultimately just making the better decisions, leading them to victory, and here we are now in Game 2 again, up 1-0. But Complexity definitely has fighted them, so we'll see how they do in this one here. And interesting start to this one. I say that because Leshrac, again, there's really one team I think that you could argue out there that Leshrac is a worthy bandit against right now. And Complexity, they've proven time and time that they play it well, and it was banned the first game if I'm not mistaken, so they're going to let it go through this time though. They do go Underlord Shadow Demon in response, however, so it could be a problem for DC letting them have the Leshrac.
See, I mean, I know that coL loves to pick this Leshrac. It's just picking it up for. I mean, the last time I remember casting them, I think was with you actually. We saw them pick up a Leshrac really, really early, and I remember us saying like, "Wow, this is pretty bold." Picking up a Leshrac. I think it was a 5 position. How are they gonna? They had no setup stuns or anything like that, but they proved us wrong, and they actually took over that game. And Leshrac was a huge staple of their success in that game. So I can't say right now at this point like, oh man, that's just not going to work out for them, because they seem to run it well and they seem to be comfortable with the hero. That being said, I think a lot of teams have seen Complexity run Leshrac a bit more. Pretty sure Melons will play this, right? Like, I mean, you could play it core, but I'm pretty sure Melons plays it for the most part.
Yeah, they thrown it around a little bit, but yeah, Melons is usually their Leshrac play.
Okay.
For DC, the bans to come, Timbersaw and Sand King, taken away by D. You got Rana, as well as Luna. Of course, they don't want to give up that Luna Shadow Demon yet again, so they'll gladly ban that option. Now, we saw Terrorblade last game when they happen to go to Shadow Demon, so I wonder if Digital Chaos may go that route now.
Yeah.
He's not.
They very well could. Rubik's actually not too bad against Terrorblade, in the sense that when they start to push and group up all those illusions, Fadebolt does pretty good damage. It's been buffed by like 30 damage, I think, so now the max is 320. I think it used to be 280. and the damage reduction I think got buffed just a little bit as well. So in that sense, they're kind of good against. But also when you start to like verge onto a Terrorblade in the middle of a team fight, that lift if you time it perfectly, it's not hard to, is a very good way to stifle that that Sunder usage. But then again, I mean, Shadow Demon, Terrorblade, very, very strong combo. You have the Underlord to kind of be frontliner for you. Give you a mech, give you a pipe if you need one, which they will because they're up against Leshrac and Rubik. And we haven't even seen their 3 other picks.
Oh yeah, pretty important item to have just against those 2 alone. They also go Invoker, so we're going to see a Wii Invoker most likely. The middle lane here, and now Complexity going to have to figure out how they maybe want to respond to that. But yeah, going with the really 2 supports with their first couple of picks. That's what we expect at least. Now Leshrac again, as we pointed out, I mean, it could potentially switch up depending how the draft finishes here, but figure off the bat they're looking to leave support options. So we'll still need a mid. I will say DC actually, I forget who it was against. It was earlier in this tournament. They actually ran Leshrac mid themselves. We actually played Leshrac. It was against, it's against NP. That's what it was. It was the first series against them, and they pushed down towers like crazy. But okay, real quickly, I got to hang out with Complexity, a bit at the Boston Major, especially, and just in general. Obviously, I'm a fan of the team and the players on it and stuff. Inside scoop, maybe. Monkeys was talking about how he really likes Pudge, and he considers himself a very, very good Pudge player. Thinking we're going to see some Monkeys Pudge here. That's my guess.
Well, I called a Morph last game, so let's see if you're right on this Monkeys Pudge. I agree with you. I think it probably is going to be offlane, just because I think Melons is going to be on the Leshrac, and if that's a dual support of Rubik Lesh, where else would you put Pudge? I don't think it's going to go mid. So offlane would make the most sense. I think they're going to go some kind of aggro tri-lane with like Pudge, Rubik, Leshrac. Maybe put Pudge up there, hide the Leshrac and Rubik supports on the side with Smoke Up or something, and go for level 1 Bloodlust. Level 1 First Blood. And so if that's the case, something like a Weaver come out for the safe lane, someone that can hold his own in that short lane. That could also just be maybe they won't do that. Maybe they'll just do dual lanes and have Rubik +1. But just watch out for that. So also, I think Weaver just is a hero in general. That being said, there's a Kunkka. I was almost going to mention the fact that they banned out the Mirana for the Shadow Demon. Now we got Kunkka to watch out for, and they did pick the Kunkka. So taking the page out of, I think it was Infamous's book.
10 seconds.
Was it Infamous or
Who did that earlier today?
One of those 2 teams, yeah. Forget who of the 2, but in that
Break
earlier
just
series.
they're both Peruvian.
No.
Reserve time.
I'm joking.
Okay, so yeah, they do get obviously that combination has been around for a while. It died off for a fair amount there. Kunkka in general really hasn't been a popular hero, but again, we've seen some glimpses of it here and there. A hero that's, I don't know if it's going to fit this game necessarily, but again, watching some of the European action, Team Liquid specifically, they've been running a lot of Necro. Necro's kind of been a popular hero this patch, yet we do not see Necro at all. So
right.
Here, I mean, maybe not here, but why not, you think?
Well, only weary thing. Are you talking about for Complexity?
I'm not even guessing we're going to use it.
Or just in general?
Just in general, yeah.
Well, in general, I think it's a very strong hero. In terms of hero, okay, Klink's a very good hero for the safe lane in terms of you can kind of leave him there. Want to go for some kind of aggro tri-lane, he would be quite fine. Though, Underlord, that damage reduction, even with Klink's hitting with fiery arrows or searing arrows, I'm interested to see how that matchup goes. I haven't seen it personally. I wonder if it's enough to Underlord hold his own, or if the damage from the searing arrows is just too much. That'll be interesting for me. But back to your Necro point, yeah, it's a very strong hero. Complexity could take it, but Underlord's most likely going to go for a pipe. It's going to mitigate a lot of that damage. You have the rum to work with. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it is a very strong hero for sure.
Yeah. I do find it interesting though. Again, he's kind of I feel like he's considered more of just a pub dump hero in general. But like I said, Liquid has been using it lately and doing very well with it. I think Ad Phenom even used it a couple days ago, their debut series, and they won their match with it. So maybe he gets more attention.
I don't know if I'm sold on the Pudge offlane thing. Maybe it will be as Monkey says, he is comfortable with it, but I feel like it sounds crazy, but I really feel like it might be stronger just to have like an offlaner here. They're actually banning out Abaddon, so I don't think that they. I think it's going to be I think it could be a Leshrac mid actually, and Rubik, like for Melons, and then Pudge for Zfrig. I know Zfrig also plays a mean Pudge. He's a very, very good Pudge player. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this be some kind of offlane here, like maybe like Darkseer. Darkseer is good with Pudge. That's if they go the route of Pudge as a full leaning towards. I think, given the situation and given the draft, it might be a bit stronger. I think Misery agrees too, because that otherwise I don't know if that the Abaddon ban makes much sense. Although I have seen Abaddon mid before. That was with the Chinese team long time ago, and I think the old C deck used to do it. Very, very old with what was his name? Inflame. Oh, that was like 2 years ago. I haven't seen it since.
Yeah, this final pick really is going to be something here for complexity. It's hopefully going to give us a better idea. I mean, they're going to have to choose quickly now so what they want. So here we go. Finish with. Okay.
Oh, it is going to be off lane, Pudge. Okay, so Shadow Fiend mid. He was right. I was left.
Well, now they have ran a little bit of off lane Leshrac before as well. That was back when Moo was playing the off lane. I don't know if that's something that they would still potentially do, but yeah. Monkeys on Pudge would have to be my guess, though.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it makes him now with an epic. There's the TB.
All right.
There's the TB. Very strong pairing with the Shadow Demon, and they got that 5th. They got the Luna 4th. Now they get another right here with a Shadow Demon, this time even later in the draft, so let's see if it comes to bite complexity in the axe later, because it certainly did last game with that Luna pickup.
It eventually did, yeah. To be fair, I mean, earlier on in the game, it seems like that Timbersaw pickup was working, and they were actually fighting it off really well, but eventually became overwhelming, as it naturally does. Now, again, I will say Leshrac, you know, he provides a good amount of AoE. You got the raises from Shadow Fiend. They have good counter push. But, yeah, it feels like a Shadow Demon paired up with either Terrorblade or Luna especially. It really is just so stupid strong. Not many teams are willing to give that up. Complexity is. Here we go. Let me... Oh, I gotta switch the HUD here. To the game now. Alright, so, is it Monkeys on... Yeah, it is Monkeys on the Pudge. So, I will say this, too. Now, again, with all that hype, he talking with him about it, helps sound like he's a pretty good Pudge player. He loves to play the hero. I'm expecting some big plays. Right? Yeah, he better live up to this now. I'm setting this up here.
No pressure.
Oh, not many people
Every
watching.
missed hook, I'm keeping a tally mark. I got my notepad right here.
Of course,
Here we go. All right, every hook missed, I'm keeping a tally.
All right, we'll see if it starts with 1 here. We're gonna smoke on up. Try to get somebody. They had a chance somewhat on Underlord, but it didn't get there quick enough and pulled back. So I think DC playing it pretty safe. Moomiander. We are gonna. Oh, they're gonna catch Wee. Okay, this should be a kill. I don't see him getting away. A Splitter catches. There's the hook, and there's the kill. He landed the hook. He's 1 for 1.
That was necessary there, but all right, he hasn't missed one yet. He's 1 for 1.
Easiest hook of his life. Well, that's a big first one, though. I get them the rune. Now, it's still going to be a 2-2 rune split. Soxo will get this one.
I'm curious why they placed the ward there for DC when you could just walk up a little bit and place it on the big cliff and it shows you so much more. Doesn't that seem a little odd to you? I feel like you could get so much more out of it. And if they're going to D-ward, they're probably going to place a D-ward somewhere around it anyways, you know?
Well, it blocks the camp. I mean, that's the one.
Oh, true.
I assume, yeah, with the offlane Pudge, he takes it, he can pull the creep wave.
Oh, of course. Okay, I'm so stupid. I haven't seen that as much, and it's so... God, it's so useful, isn't it? So, nope, no shenanigans for him.
Oh yeah, they're gonna block. Obviously, they know that now. He's pinging it out like, damn it. Okay, they knew what was happening, so... Yeah, this, all of a sudden, life just got a little bit more difficult for Pudge. But you gotta expect that when you're playing these top-tier teams.
I'm interested to see what his plan is now, though, because he's not going to be, like, contesting this lane. He's not going to be doing weird pulls. And the supports are helping the safe lane, so see how effective he is. But for now, they're doing some pulls on the side of DC. I think he actually tried to stack it, but he missed it. Moxa, that is. So that's kind of unfortunate.
Monkeys is just going to stay close enough to leech as much experience as he can, but obviously Sucks now. Being over here will attempt to push him out as much as he can. He knows that he doesn't have Rot, actually. It's going to be fun.
Right. Oh, he has level 2 now.
Okay, so much for being fine. Metamorphosis, here we go. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead.
Unless he rots himself.
Oh, no.
Couldn't get it. So this is what I was talking about. So when you're not investing, see, that's why I was like, when I saw that sword, I was like, well, that's still, yeah. I just assumed that they were going to do kind of aggro lane with this. And if your whole strategy is I'm just going to hook the creeps to the side, and then everything's going to be, you know, all fine and dandy, and then that gets, and you're stifled because of one ward, you got to rethink your strategy, or at least buy some sentries and be ready for that. Yeah. Because now he's got kind of no purpose. Although they do TP him mid, there's a haste room picked up by Z-Freak. He senses something, and he's going to be fine for the time being, so he gets caught somewhere else. Maybe a lucky hook. I don't know, but with his senses, are just knowing that something's a Misery, however, might not be so lucky. Still haste room activated for Z-Freak, and that's a dead Kunkka.
No chance for him. Raze is going to be coming out, trying to get a kill for Shadow Fiend and cancel. Well, a little bit off with that Raze, but that's the radius. Hits the Kunkka, and he'll secure the kill. So it makes it a 2-1 game now. Yeah, at least Invoker made his way back, but still picking off a support. It's a good job with the roam, but I will continue to watch, see how Monkeys here on this Pudge does recover. They didn't actually spend any resources yet trying to counter ward this can't block Observer ward, so they don't really care about it too much in the end, it feels like.
I wanted to see if we're going to go for another kill when this meta is up on the resolution. He didn't. I was expecting him to actually level up the reflection during that last initiation. But he didn't do it. He knew that the Kunkka was around, which means he's going to go for just like an all-pushing, all-farming build. Yeah, 0-2-2 right now, so no points in the reflection. And obviously that synergizes a bit better with the Shadow Demon and the Disruption. Your illusions do more damage. It's a little bit better. So we'll see. I mean, this pushing is going to be pretty scary. And Pudge, he's great towards the end game, which is when you have some core items and levels, Aether Lens and things like that. But like I said, this is just going to be such a slow start for him.
Yeah.
We'll see. Close to level 3 now, at least.
He's in trouble, though. He's coming out. There's the combo. Don't think he's missing this torrent. Oh my god, he missed the torrent.
How many times do you see this?
People haven't been running this combo for a while, so they're missing the timings, man. I don't... Yeah, that was a whip. Oh, he just walks away, so no kill there. He's getting a little lucky. We'll see about get it again, but doesn't seem like they're going to get another chance. Good one.
Maybe.
At that.
Now, Rubik is coming up here to defend about a little bit. They may be sensing, yeah, here's the push. Signified by, oh, here we go. Second chance here, Misery, and he does hit it this time. 4 TP's coming out. Look at the defense here from Rubik, though. Cast the Fate Bolt, little damage from the illusion. Smelling, casting that Edict onto many, many units that may be looking for a stun opening, and they will defend this tower, and that's the important thing, Monkeys. Maybe looking for a hook. He's taking lots of auto-tech.
Yeah.
Careful. This is the hook. 2 for 3.
You're really keeping check, aren't you?
I got it.
Almost got Misery there, but scratching his butt somewhat and actually landing the hook in the end, so... Yeah, they'll just prevent this tower push from happening. Bottom lane. Wait, where was it? That was middle lane. There we go. Camera.
Solo kill.
Look at that. Cancel, getting the solo kill using those raises level 3 currently. So, missing out on that one, but it just seems like he dove him at the tower essentially. Catching him. Big kill for Cancel. Seems like he's been outlast hitting quite a bit in the middle lane too, but you gotta thank the roam for that. Oh, the courier. They're gonna stop the courier. No, it's not going to kill it. It's chasing it the whole time.
Oh no, Soxa ran into a creep, which kind of slowed his movement a little bit. Soxa, a lot of trouble right now. Edict coming out of one dead Shadow Demon, and a Shadow Fiend actually. A Shadow Fiend taken out by a solo kill from Wii, which is quite impressive considering the fact that he was 0 and 2. Very impressive. Rubik trying to go for a lift, has a little bit of damage. No sentries though, so Wii's be fine. So that's always more impressive when you get the kill later. Like when someone starts to snowball with 1 or 2 kills and then you kill them afterwards. Well, I thought Misery trying to juke and jive. Monkeys, he's got the hook ready. No TP available even if he had it. And this looks like it's gonna be an easy kill.
There's easy. He's like, oh, I want this bounty rune real quickly. Okay, fix it up. There's the rot once again. And that is Misery. Hopefully not the neutrals for their sake. Yeah, they do kill him before he gets there. Well played. Middle lane, we again could be in some trouble. Leshrac in the flank, the raises land. Here comes the Diabolic Edict. The Split Earth, he's going to dodge that at least, but with the Edict. No, he's not going to. He actually didn't even use the Edict in the end. Wow. I'm surprised that. Maybe it's just simply too far away. Figured it wasn't going to be enough.
It slightly slowers your minute. It kind of stutters a little bit. He was more focused on actually getting the stun.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we was just a little bit too fast. I think he activated what, like, I don't know, maybe 8 more movement speed. But it was enough to give him a little bit of a dodge right there and sidestep. Cancel gets the last hit on the tower. Nonetheless, they're making more of this. They do lose the tower up, or they're about to lose the tower up top unless they do something. Yeah, this is going to die pretty fast with the glyph already being popped.
Metamorphosis, the illusions, and Sia Tower. So, Complexity fine with the trade in the end. Inevitably going to happen as we were talking about. Underlord bottom lane. Found himself in a curious spot here as we need to see Rubik rotating over. Look at Moo, by the way, the triple Sage's mask. The hand working into that Orchid. Come eventually, Moo Meander, he is dead. Those searing arrows are strafe activated, and obviously Rubik assistance. Easy kill onto the Underlord.
Rubik's having a good game, very close to level 6 right now. Tons of fun spells to steal, obviously because Arsenal of Spells is really strong. Resolution in some trouble, no Sunder available. No auto attacks don't do too much because he got high armor, but he does clip him at the very end with that final C-raise. Easy kill, nice kill on the resolution there from Cancel.
Yeah, that's a big one too. Obviously slowing down Terrorblade, and yeah, I got the net worth up now, and you see the top 2 in favor of Complexity here. Now Moo Meander, we run down, lift once again. You see Monkey sitting right on top. No dismember yet, but not even necessary. Monkey's getting credit for the kills, the hook in the face. He really wants to make sure to secure these kills. Doesn't have Flesh Heap either. Of course, not ending up charges on that, but still. Just to get in the kill. 8-2 lead here. When you look at the makeup of Complexity, this is a team that wants to kill early, and they're accomplishing that at 8 minutes into the game right now.
Kind of a similar start to their last game. Those Monkeys. See Saksa. No ulti though, unfortunately, as he's only level 4. And he's just going to get disrupted, and Saksa will be fine for the moment. See if he's maybe trying to find some kind of opening here. Monkeys, can he get the Rod Knight? Can he use the Rod Knight? He can. I think he actually takes extra damage with the Rod because of Shadow Demon's
Soul Catcher, yeah.
Freak. Yeah, Soul Catcher. Speaking of Soul Catcher, Z-Freak deals that. Tries to screw on out to there. I think he will be fine.
Yeah, Moo is nearby, of course. Meanwhile, there's another kill happening elsewhere, as it looks like at the top lane, he does take out Shadow Fiend over there. Back to the bottom lane, though. Sunstrike coming out. Oh, Z-Freak's going to dodge it. He was aware that something might have been happening. Does steal another base. Steals a Firestorm, actually. Moo Meander in trouble to this Pudge. Decaying or rotting him down right there. Will secure the kill. Moo on that Clink. Saksa, can he escape? No, he can't. The Rod is too much, and Misery's also in trouble. He too goes down, the hook and a whip, but that's because the target died right before he used it. So, in the end, works out for Complexity yet again. They got the 3 kills down here. They did lose Shadow Fiend at the top, but as we mentioned, he'll cancel Shadow Fiend. He'll be fine.
Well, Monkeys is proving his worth this game in terms of that Pudge pick, and he is all over the map. Expanded top, but he's found openings mid. He's found openings around their bottom shrine. Just everywhere. They do get the tower kill up bottom. Melons will pay with his life for it. Doing a lot of good damage there to TP, though. Doing actually a lot of good damage to TP. Becoming dangerously close. Does have Sunder now, but he actually used it, I think, over the top lane, which contributed to that double kill that we got. Leshrac and the Shadow Fiend. So despite that bad start in that first blood onto Weehaw, he's recovered very, very nicely, and he's closing in on his Midas. Had a good time.
Yeah. That was close right there. They were trying to rotate around, maybe catch the Terrorblade if he's trying to fall back, but they used the Shrine instead, and going to go right into the bottom lane, of course. So Saksa going to put him under once again, create some more illusions here. You see Moo in the background. Oh, the Courier's here. Delivering that Ogre Club. He gets it in time.
Oh,
Marks the spot, going to bring back Pudge. The Sunstrike on top, and Monkeys will fall in the end. Blink's deciding not to open. Just a little bit too dangerous of a spot. Instead, he'll use his Death Pact on the Centaur up to the side and continue to farm. So they do enough to hold there.
That ended up working out really well because the meta was only lasting for like another 2 more seconds after that engagement. Had he not had that meta up there, I don't think he gets that kill at all into that Pudge. There is an Uberlord ult coming up for the top. And a nice taxi service up to the top lane to help defend and farm. They do know that Leshrac's up here. He has to have known that happened, right? He didn't look or see or care to give any notice to it.
or just care. I mean, he's Leshrac, damn it. He's got that Diabolic Edict. Malice missing, yeah.
Wants to get it, but I can't get him. He's just too quick. Shrek having the innate fast movement speed. In fact, they're going to go smoke. You look for kill monkeys. He's still not level 6, so despite his great start, getting he's getting slow leveling. Pudge does get the hook, very nicely done. And a quick stun here from Melton, and there's his level 6.
Yeah, that was a blind hook. I was double checking. That was simply him seeing him go there initially and hope that he was in the right spot. So it's definitely one of the better ones so far. Sort of blind. Yeah, he saw it initially, but when he actually hit the hook, it was technically blind. Middle lane, they're trying to go for Wii, but obviously not going to happen. A little too safe, and once again, he'll be fine. So you mentioned Wii. He does have the Midas now, working on that Yules next. Takeoff game from the Evoker necessarily, but it's obviously been a struggle as he's been locked down somewhat. How's Terrorblade doing, by the way? Dragonlance, Yasha into that Manta on the way. So pretty typical build onto him.
Yeah, very typical build. The Orchid's coming in very, very quickly here for Klinks. He'll have that in another 30 seconds to a minute. Obviously, you want to start fighting as soon as you get that. That's when your power spike really starts to spike up there. I hear a Sunstrike somewhere. I think it's just more of a Vision Sunstrike, if anything. Cancel. He's going to go for a blink after this Dragonlance, so wants to come.
Terrorblade's in trouble, by the way. The Dismember onto him. He's the Diabolic Unit, the ulti as well. That just takes down Terrorblade oh so quickly, it felt like, and the team could not react in time. So talk about the perfect target to find by himself. They do that now. Complexion needs to be careful not to overstay their welcome right here. You see Leshrac going to be put under. Mouse will catch monkeys off to the side. Out comes the ship, and down goes Leshrac. Shadow Fiend from a distance. They're somewhat spread up, though. It's Complexity. Terrorblade's going to be back up in 10 seconds. X marks the spot, brings back Cancel. A really follow-up, though. Misery couldn't get the Torrent off.
He's got another X soon.
Oh, Dark Rift away from Moon Meander, but he's going to die! Oh, the hook was just behind him. Almost got him. Requiem's going to be canceled right there by the Disruption, and we're still going on. Out comes the Dismember. There's the Requiem Assault, and down goes Wade, down goes Misery. And Sock's not going to be the third to follow. Moo being here as well, helping big time. Complexity, a 3-for-0 exchange at the end of that fight, at least.
It's just not ready to take these full engagements. They're really close to that mech, and they really desperately need it. Yeah, they just Invoker just wasn't able to be in the right place at the right time. Very, very good heads up there play from Complexity. That ultimate from Shadow Fiend just does a lot of damage too, and he's able to channel it off. The Orchid came off onto the Invoker at the right time, so even if it didn't kill him initially, the extra damage would have.
I didn't realize he had that going into that fight. I don't think DC would have as well, the way that they were trying to make the fight happen. So, yeah, the timing definitely there, and that's very big for Complexity. Obviously, you see Klinks up there. Shadow Fiend slightly ahead of him, probably expected, but Klinks right behind. They're both pretty far ahead of the Terrorblade. Is that third line? Who did they catch here? That's Pudge. Oh, that's a kill. Strike. A little bit of revenge at least, but no Complexity moving at the top lane, and here comes that level 4 Diabolic Edict.
Yeah, and the Searing Arrows from the Searing Arrows, but yeah, they're gonna glyph and be fine. Wii is closing in on that Yules, has it very, very shortly, about 600 gold. That's gonna be really good against Klinks because he's hard to catch sometimes, and not Conqueror, there's not really anyone else that can catch him. Oh, Underlord, he does have the mech. Might be a good time for DC to fight.
But look at that AoE damage. Out comes the shift, though. Klinks will fall, and now Leshrac the target. He does go down, yeah, between the mech, the aura, as well as the shift. There was no way that Complexity was killing those guys. They had right there.
Yep, now they want to start fighting. They have the mech on the Underlord. He's actually not going to use that Shrine right there. Wants to maybe save it for someone else, but cancel. He actually didn't go for the blink. He went for the Yasha instead. Still has that blink queued up. That's what he went back for. What's Z-Freak doing right here? He's got a ghost ship. Yeah, does he want to maybe get some kind of kill up here? I'm not quite sure.
Satyrs coming up here with the Helm of the Dominator. Are you kidding me? He's trying to go for his solo kill?
No, he knows that he can't cancel his TP, so.
Okay. That was a little ambitious.
And Rubik actually, speaking of supports that get Helm of the Dominator, Rubik actually has a Helm of the Dominator. I saw him run over there with that Purge creep and Purge TP. I'm like, whose is that?
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it's Z-Freaks.
That was, that's not your typical Rubik item, I feel like, but I guess with nobody else being a prime candidate for it on this team, they figure it makes sense to get it on him at least. Why not? Leshrac.
It's just so useful for your team to have at least one. The attack speed aura, the HP aura, the good stats it provides, and of course it's just such a powerhouse item. So
it is
totally warranted item pickup here for Z-Freak.
Leshrac is working on that Urn of Shadows. He's level 10, so has the extra 5 life. Melons chose to get there. And the mech, though, on Underlord, and now the Guardian Greaves is coming. Near future for him. Misery trying to finish his own Helm of the Dominator. Here. I guess nobody else has picked it up or is planning to pick it up, so yeah, it's going to be another case.
Stun hits.
Oh, Underlord is in trouble. Dark Rift trying to get out of here. Monkeys, can he maybe hook and kill? No, it's not going to hit even. And he does get away, but here comes more. The Sunstrike actually was early, I believe. Melon survives initially, but he does go down shortly after, and now Monkey's on the run. TP out, he'll be good. The loss was Leshrac, actually.
Yeah, and the TP out from Moon. He knew he couldn't just regular TP out there because it was canceled by a plethora of stuns or what have you. But he TP's out, ended up being just fine, able to evade the hook. I think even if the hook hit, he would have had enough life after the minute. Here we go, TP in with a stolen boat!
Oh, that's a big combo right there. Meemaw just remember the background catches Misery, locking him down. They do pick off Underlord. Down goes Honkai. Now Soxa on the run. Disruption up in 5 seconds. He's going to go for the quick TP, and he will be good, actually. The hook just a second late right there on catching him. Klinks is still chasing. Maybe they pick off this Terror Blade. Oh, they can see him, though, because of the Sentry. But, yeah, he's going to catch him right here. Is it going to be enough damage for the kill? Has a strafe. Searing Ado. He's not.
I'm really surprised. I think he easily could have killed him. He had his ult still active. He had Orchid up. He had Strafe. I'm very surprised he didn't at least try for it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Anyway, they still get a very, very positive engagement right there. They're taking a tier 2 after that. So they're taking objectives after kills, which is always good, obviously. But that Rubik, man, feeling that, oh, he's going to go and find the Shadow Demon. Prime candidate, but not going to kill him just this time.
Now he's in trouble, actually. No, finds Force Staff right there. Gonna miss oh, big hook on the Sox. I mean, well, the angle from Monkey, that was not an easy angle. As he runs all the way up there and manages to snipe him out. And now the middle tower push, so overall complexity continuing with the momentum here. Hurricane Pike, by the way, finished on Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, he's very, very large and in charge right now. It could have been very scary for Klinks, but was able to be fine. And yeah, like you said, very weird angle, but Monkey's able to find it. So he's really backing up. He talked the talk, he's certainly walking the walk right now.
He is. It is fun to see, but not so fun for DC, as it is hurting them now. Obviously, there's still plenty left in this game, but a Roshan kill, and okay, Cancel's the one that picked it up, actually. I'm curious, what do you think about that? Shadow Fiend over Klinks for the Aegis?
It's fine, because usually if Klinks dies, it's going to happen super fast, and you're not going to get any other spells out of him. But when Shadow Fiend dies, you're going to go out with a bang. You're going to be auto-attacking and be raising, trying to get an ult off, and then of course when you finally die, you get your actual ult off. But yeah, I think this is fine. It's probably a better choice.
Top tower push. Gonna be a whole 5 here. Leshrac again. No, he's not on the tower, actually. Leshrac's scouting out of the front lines. He does finish the urn to get that vision down, though, but it doesn't seem like Digital Chaos is concerned about defending here up top. They're going to let it fall, pretty much knowing that maybe their team fight isn't as strong right now. And there we go. So, will they defend the siege? I assume so.
I don't know if they can. They might try, but I don't know if they can. Tons of damage coming out from Tons of damage coming out from everything. Hook coming out, successful onto Wii. He's going to cast some spells. Here we go, Breaky.
Requiem of Souls being activated, and not the closest. Wii is caught, though. Wii's dead for 50 seconds. He does have a buyback. Will he uses the question. X marks the spot, brings it back. The ship, it's not going to hit anyone. Z-Freak stole a torn himself. Meanwhile, Cancel going toe-to-toe with Moomiator. He gets hooked back. Now, the Aegis was popped, though, in mid-hook, so he's kind of at an awkward angle right here. Sunstrike going to be used immediately, but not really doing the most damage. They do pick up the tower, and again, that Diabolic Edict, the ulti activated the Pulse Nova from Leshrac. This is a support hero that can deal so much damage, siege at base, and that's going to be a Rax destroyed in favor of Complexity. Melons going to be pulled back in on top of the Ice Path. He says, screw it, I'm dead, just leave me. Damage done. Look at the bottom lane, though. Terror Blade, that's why. He was split pushing. Now Moose here to catch up with the Orchid, but another TP coming in from Wii, and enough to scare them off right there.
Z-Freak!
Oh, they actually got it. Wow. They actually got Terror Blade.
Out, he came back, that little sneaky Z-Freak. Links and gets Fateful, easy kill onto the Terror Blade. Nicely done. Z-Freak with a box score of 2-0 and 15, having a game, man.
Wow.
Stealing all the right spells, all the right time. Still Ice Wall there at the end, too, as Invoker makes his exit. Moo trying to still chase him. In the meantime, Monkey does die, but DC, one auto attack, two auto attacks with orchid damage. He is dead. And a very, very nice find there for Moo. Good heads up play. I see it. His box score is 5-1 and 7. Great game so far from Complexity. Back out of there with the minimal losses, only with the less Trek, and of course subsequently I don't know how he really died, but they get a huge win in that last engagement.
Yeah, and Invoker did use a buyback to reiterate too, so he actually doesn't have a buyback now for the next 40 seconds here, and obviously for the next about 5.5 minutes even, he will not have one. So that also pretty crucial. DC's chances now. Next 5 minutes.
And the farm is just not there on the non-cores of DC, and even on the cores. I mean, we typically haven't always just great games in the Invoker. It's very, very under-farmed. Same thing with TV, but you look at the supporting cast. I mean, the supports are on the bottom. Even Moonmeander on his Pit Lord almost has less farm than every single member of Complexity. Now, a little bit of that has to do with just the structural damage, and when you get Rax kills, you get a lot of gold. Actually, hold on, I thought Moo being chased around. There are sentries down. He's actually walked back into the sentry. The team's here. Let's see if they can help.
Yeah, they are here. Can they survive with Moo? No, yes, maybe. All Splitters comes out. Moo's going to be alive for the time being. He's looking to get his chance now. Requiem Assaults in the background. Moonmeander says screw it. The over out. Can he make it happen? Yes. No, he cannot. He got pulled back, actually. Was that a Rubik X marks the spot? It absolutely was. He stole it, and he used it. The Z-Freak godlike Rubik continues. Gets the kill on the Shadow Demon. Kunkka going to be able to dodge that hook right there at least, but the lift going to make it. You ain't going anywhere, bitch. They get the kill anyways with that lift of Rubik yet again. Buyback on a Shadow Demon, that is. They know how important it is to hold right here. We're going to do his best. The meatball comes out. The full force staff on a Monkey's right there, a little bit awkward. But Moo is still good to go. He's actually full life just about and nearly full mana. Did he actually hit it? Oh my god, he did. The Desolator goes off, and there's the kill. And we know buyback. His Complexity just done it. Get Digital Chaos about to take game number 2 and finish in a split right here.
Wow. All right, man. This guy has proved his worth on Pudge and maybe warrants a ban in future series. And all I thought, it's not over just yet. Kind of taking the last set of racks. Hook, unfortunately, onto an illusion. He just popped him in. About to fade. Force staff in. Trying to ult in disruption to save here from Saxa. Taking some damage. Cancel the doesn't carry. He's looking at all business here. Trying to hit those racks. Just fall. Unfortunately, most of his focus was on the melee rack, so that will be enchanted, but the damage is done as another set of racks in the bottom lane falls. And I don't know whether to call Monkeys MVP or just the entire team of Complexity, but they look so much better in this second game than last game. And they didn't even look that bad last game. Something happened in the middle of that game where Moon had some clutch RPs, but this game, they're just banging on all cylinders and seem to be all on the same page. Oh, Barry hit the play. But he managed to maybe mitigate a potential Sunstrike. We just then cancel, and it didn't actually hit him, but if it did, it would have spread out among 3 units instead of 1, saving his life. So very heads up play from cancel. And again, I can't stress it enough, but they're just banging on all cylinders, man.
Yeah, they really are. It's obviously, it feels like there's definitely several reasons to it here for Complexity's success here at game number 2. No doubt the hooks of Pudge living up to the hype, but obviously Z-Freak Rubik, I think, no doubt, he's had some clutch plays, including that last fight, the X-Marks in the spot to pull back, a couple of the Ghost Ship steals. What does he have now? He has a Pit of Malice, actually, so another crowd control ability. Yeah, the cores of DC, on the other hand, Terrorblade, he just really has not been too threatening. I mean, 25 minutes in, a Mantis-style Dragonlance is all right, but that's really concerning for Complexity. I mean, with the split push, sure, but oh, the hook just missing Underlord right there, meanwhile, as Pudge was attempting to make another big play. But yeah, Complexity gonna go cutthroat right here, trying to really finish the game. Now, they do not have an Aegis or anything like that. Roshan should be up in the near future. They're not gonna wait, though. They want to finish this game now, perhaps. And they're gonna smoke up and go for an attempt. Obviously, that's fake right there. Let it run on by, see if anyone else pokes out a little bit.
And the damage output now from Shadow Fiend with the extra 2 damage per soul. He has the Ags, boosted Requiem, 46 extra souls. That's 184 bonus damage. Oh, he's in a good spot right now. He's feeling pretty confident. Hook attempt coming out. Successful on the Wii yet again. Orchid dead. No buyback. Saksha's not in the right place. He actually already used the disruption, I think, on TV Elusive or something. Monkey's just proving again and again that TCP drafted this punch every single game.
Oh my god, another kill. You see the buyback onto Underlord. Then another kill for Cancel comes out. Meanwhile, the siege continues, and this absolutely could be it in favor of Complexity. The Requiem going off right there. You see the Ags effect as well from the Shadow Fiend. Resolution sitting from a distance in the Metamorphosis. He is just simply trying to live and run back, but GG being called. Complexity gonna take game number 2 and thus split the series with Digital Chaos. They got to feel hyped about that, and again, definitely looking good. It's not like this was a fluke, in my opinion, at least. This was just solid play, some unique stuff going on, and then